Hello everyone and welcome to another pick a card reading. For today's subject I have chosen quite a simple one, and that is a pre-eclipses preparation reading. So a couple of guidance advices on how to prepare ourselves for the upcoming eclipses, because the times of the eclipses are moments when the veil between the worlds is especially thin, when the divine will executes, when the divine imprint manifests. So the eclipse moment itself will be the time when we have to witness like what exactly is transcending. We cannot change the game at that moment. That's when we just need to be spectators, like it or not. So preparing before that is the best option. So today we have three crocodile candies. So we have a green one, a yellow one, and red or pink, something like that. So these little crocodiles are gonna be delivering preparation guidance for the upcoming eclipses. So after this being said, let us take away the two other crocodiles and begin with the green one, the first one. So let's see, green crocodile, what guidance you can give for the eclipse. Says, so for each crocodile, I'm gonna be using a different tarot deck. The first eclipse is gonna be on the 25th or 26th of October, a solar one in 2 degrees of the sign of Scorpio, approximately, and that's a partial solar eclipse. But the lunar eclipse after is a total one, conjunct the nodes Uranus and the moon. As in the moon, of course, because lunar eclipse. Interesting. Okay, I can work with this. So, we have the Judgment card, this Prince of Pentacles reversed, that I'm not really gonna include all that much. Neither am I gonna be including the Prince of Wands reversed. But I am going to mention what they are about before I take them away. So the Prince of Pentacles, in my opinion right now, represents, reversed of course, represents that, there is almost a feeling of shyness, anxiety about your material future, because there is a great sense of uncertainty, but the uncertainty itself is, how should I say, the norm. Because maybe you work in a domain or are part of something that 2020 is affecting greatly, maybe professionally, socially, politically, administratively, financially. I'm not really sure, but you are kind of affected. Your sense of normality is affected. So, of course, there is a small sense of no anxiety in the air, but it's just a minor prince. So it's not gonna stop you. And the Prince of Wands reversed, that's the inner child who is also a little bit scared. Not necessarily scared of whatever is going on in the world, but is scared of its own freedom. I'm really sorry, I just had a drink of water. Sorry. So the inner child is a little bit shy because it doesn't feel blocked anymore. And that's new. That's unusual. That's where can it truly be brave brave enough as it wants, as it feels. So those are very minor energies, and I'm not going to include them. But the judgment, a big decision that the eclipse will conjure up in your life, and the decision is based on self-knowledge and a deep psychological energy that has to do with your self-worth and creativity. So it's also your creative center. So what a decision is going to be about, what are you doing next with your creativity, you as a creator, or what does happiness mean to you? And the thing is, you're denying it, and you have been denying it for very many years because you might say you don't even know what happiness means to you anymore, but that might not necessarily be true because you kind of do. But for some reason, there's guilt attached to it. Do you feel guilty for what happiness means to you? Or do you feel guilty that you're a person for whom happiness comes so easily when you're left alone? As in, left alone, as in, not bothered, not stressed, not. Are you kind of a little bit shy because you know how beautiful you are? Your soul, your mind, your being? Or, I don't know, but you have to make the decision in which way and shape, way, and form to include this and integrate this into your life. Because not having it in your life is no longer an option. You need this in your life. As in, you need to either find a way how to live it, or if you find the source of your happiness, live it unapologetically. But a decision will be made based on this, you finding what truly makes you happy, the truth of it, because then you will make the decision to make it a permanent part of your life. And basically, that's your new life, that's your new path. So it's that very impactful and important, this eclipse for you. And this Five of Swords is reversed. This is where, when you have doubts or when you know something that is not so easy to accept or to see truth, it's not mental sabotage. You're no longer mentally sabotaging yourself. So you see things and people, especially people for who they truly are. And if you know that you don't want someone in your life, then you don't want them, and it's not mental sabotage. But as I said, this is where you're getting your cake and eating it. But it's not as simple as that. It's not miracle, it's not magic. It is going to be an inner decision that's going to start everything. And the 10 of coins, so it comes together. But the decision being born of you embodying what makes you happy and who you are at the core of your being, without the mask, without limitations, you truly living your freedom because you can. That's the scary part, and that you have to accept. So let's use another deck, which is not tarot, and see what comes there. How suggestive. It's not mental sabotage, as I said, because Scorpio, Pluto, the truth, Mercury sees it for what it is. The mind is no longer tricked. It's a messenger. It's a valid messenger. So exactly, this also represents the moment of decision. Ultimately, Mars retrograde in Gemini. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Choosing what is best for you. Truly, truly, truly choosing what is best for you. Because ultimately, nothing is more important than true happiness, but true one. Not forced one, but true happiness. Exactly. Let what needs to die, die, wash away, and look forward to the future. How your life used to be, how you used to live, who you used to be, what mistakes you made, or perhaps for most people, what you did not offer to yourself, what you did not give to yourself, what you denied from yourself, all the moments when you were very harsh to yourself. That can be forgiven as well. That can be, don't look back to that. Make sure that the future is never ever not a second like that anymore. So you learned what self nurture, self care, being a parent to your own being and even your physical body and your mind and your heart. You learned what that means, so do it. Execute it and don't look back even a second. And I also wanted to draw an oracle card. It says infinite blessings. This to me suggests that, the blessings in your life in the present and perhaps in the immediate future, or the labor of your soul's work reflecting back into your life, which feels like a blessing. But in a way, is it? It is, but it's not as unconditional as you might think, because you worked for it. Something comes in the winter. A blessing. Not that the blessing itself comes in the winter, because it might be in your life even now. You just need to see it, where it is, for what it is, etc. But there will be a moment of awareness of it in the winter. Maybe Christmas time even. Exactly. Bountiful harvest. What have I said just a few seconds ago? That's something that you've done, actions or decisions or simply frequencies that you put into the universe. That's also work, especially in the eyes of the divine, are coming back into your life. Be in service. You were in service. That's why good things are gonna come. But perfect setting. No laughter. Clear out the old. So they just said the same thing, so no need to continue. Thank you so very much for listening, and I do hope that this was helpful. Wishing everyone a truly blessed eclipse. So I'll get to the second crocodile now, which was the yellow one. And I'm going to be using a different tarot deck for you guys. And as I said for the previous group, the partial solar eclipse is on 25th, 26th of October. And afterwards we have a total lunar one. And it is a very transformative one. Both of them in their own unique way. So let's see, yellow crocodile, what you could say. Wow. This is getting weirder by the card. Oh, I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. So what I'm picking up for you guys is that, well, the first card is the Magician, followed by the Ten of Wands. And in this tarot deck, it's such a beautiful depiction of it. Because maybe for you guys, this is exactly how it feels like mentally. Something is burning. Something that is not new, because the Ten of Wands can represent worries, obstacles, burdens, whatever makes you feel burdened, whatever is uncompleted in your life, an unfulfilled need, for example, and things that you are managing, things that you're focusing on. So you're exerting your power. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to keep it under control. You're trying to find solutions. You're trying your hardest to manage it. And the thing is that yes, it's upright, so you're doing it, but it still feels like a struggle because maybe dates, terms, something is approaching. The flame, so the urgency. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles and Seven of Wands reversed. Now, this Eight of Pentacles tells us that it might be professional, it might be something to do with your material life, but when I say material, it's not just a simple job. This is important to you, something that you're working on, something that is part of your future, or maybe other people's futures as well. So this is an important work, whatever it is, even if it's like you're a student, for example, then it's your study, or you're learning something, doing something in service of something, someone, a professional somewhere where your work is important, or your work is everything because you're a creator or artist or whatever. This is where the Seven of Wands reversed. You've done something exemplary until now, but this is where it's getting hard. It's getting to the point where you need reinforcements, or you need either someone, a person, to come and help you, but maybe you could not afford to pay someone, so it has to be, I don't know, or maybe you need to ground your work or yourself, or to find the right balance between your personal life and work life, because if things continue this way, your work life will simply eat you up, consume you. And maybe in your personal life, is it that you have no ground, that you're just in total chaos? But anyway, one way or another, the Ace of Wands with the King of Pentacles, there is a sense of urgency here. Something that needs to be done, something that needs to settle down, or something that you need to have or have achieved or have completed. Or this is when dates, times, or whatever this great burden is, comes closer, you have more than enough strength to take care of it. As in, so it won't, when it comes to you, it will feel like a, um, some piece of cake. The big burden that once was is now just a tiny piece of cake. Perhaps this is the best way to explain it. But the Ace of Swords reversed. How? When? Where? It's so many things are still not clear yet. And even those things which are clear, clarity doesn't help, because do you have the time, energy, the focus for them right now? Are you in the condition to do something right now, because your work is also calling on you? But then we have the Knight of Wands reversed. So frustration, fatigue, scared of burnout, and scared that it will collapse. A strong, strong fear of collapse. A strong, strong fear of, you know, instability. And this fear is not paranoid or just an illusion. It happened before, maybe in 2020, maybe, or in a phase in your life and you suddenly lost everything that you've been working, or you fear this. But it says, nah, someone has your back. And even, forcefully, even if you don't know, don't care, someone has your back. So the guidance here is that don't be afraid of this. Just don't be afraid. You're fireproof. Let's call it like that. You are more than capable of just don't panic. Things will settle down. Things will take care of themselves. It's not the only reason why you might feel panic right now and you might have fears is because you're trying so hard to keep everything together, and this is a must. This is not a choice. You really have to keep it together. But the things that you don't have control over, you don't know, those are a bit, unsettling you. So it's okay. It won't it won't be doom and gloom, I promise. So let's see what this says. Oh, the same symbol of fire, but this might be maybe fire. The clock is ticking. Is it a partnership, a marriage? You, your fertility, which is expiring, or you losing hope that you'll ever have a sex life. I'm so sorry to even pronounce this, but what would anyone think of the image? Is this your fear that you'll just get old and not live? Or do you need to get out of a toxic relationship? So yeah, these cards, like the combination of them, are giving the message that you will see things for what they are. Exactly at the, it will not be too late. This is like self-explanatory. You will have the strength, the force, the guidance, the direction to do whatever it is needed. You will also have the help. And don't be afraid to let go of the past. Let go of the illusion of disappointment. Why should the past repeat, even if many things are similar? Like this veteran warrior, you are a survive even worry. So, as I did for other groups, let's choose a oracle card or card more to give some advice. Potential gateway. So exactly, it doesn't your situation doesn't matter because something's on the horizon. The gateway needs to come, or you need to reach the gateway. Symbolically, what this is: a person, a situation, a time, a circumstance, a frequency, an idea, an epiphany, whatever, because you're the key to it. And it's in your heart. Your heart will guide you there. So don't let fear strike down your heart. Let hope, because let hope feed your being. And hope is, hope will get you to the gateway. Exactly, ideal course of action. You will feel, you will know what you need to do and when, and seek beauty. Now, this is so, you know, unusual because what does that actually mean? How does that even correlate to the situation? But could it be that, in your moment of great strength and empowerment, a beauty will find you, whatever that means to you? A helper, a beautiful situation, an unexpected ally, a lover, passion, the beauty of the spirit. So, this is where I do believe that what this actually says is that your life and everything in it will be so very different after the eclipses, so you're not prepared in that sense. So I hope this helped. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm wishing everyone a truly blessed and magical eclipse. So please bear with me a few moments until I clean up these cards. So I can get to the third and final crocodile, the red or pink one. So as I said, I'm using a different tarot deck for each pile. Yeah, I should have unboxed it, sorry. So yeah, let's see what the pink one whispers to us. And of course, I need to say that the eclipse is the solar one, the partial solar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio, around the 25th, 26th of October, and then we have a total lunar one. And both of these energies are potentially quite life-changing. Collectively, without a shadow of a doubt. 10 of Cups, King of Wands, and 8 of Cups. Okay. This is quite interesting. Wow. Just please give me a few moments, because this is quite. Hmm. Okay. I'm so sorry, but until I get the clear picture, I need clarifiers, because this is a bit strange. Okay, okay, not strange anymore. I get it. Okay, so the Ten of Cups, Lord of Wands, which is the King of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. So there is a massive, massive, massive karmic energy in your life that waited perhaps a whole um nodal cycle to manifest. Maybe it's delayed 18 years in your life. A prophecy or a dream or a karmic energy that is so intense that it needed to be part of your incarnation and it couldn't be. Something, I don't know, you evaded each other, almost like either it slipped out of your dimension even, or I don't know, you were carried away by a dream, by a goal, by an ideal, by a sacrifice that blinded you. You had a big, big goal and dream, and somehow a karmic completion that must have, should have been, sorry, a part of your life just didn't manifest. I need just at least one card to find out if what the nature of this is. Ah, justice, Libra, Mott, divine justice, as above, so below. So yeah, this means either that you already know what I'm speaking about, and I need not torture myself with the details, or this clearly says you're the ally soul. So not just romance, a soul that you need to be allied with, but in spirit mostly, because you're a person whose spiritual life is very, very important. You're either a mystic or on a spiritual path or a mission. You have something deeply spiritually, divinely given to you, inserted into you, that but something distorted. I don't know how to explain this. Either a relationship, a friendship, an alliance, or something that was rightfully belonged to you. Maybe a house, a property, even a person within maybe there was a person and instead of you they chose someone else, but out of your doing, or I don't know, the love of your life was always in love with you, but you never knew who they. I don't know, because this is Ten of Cups, so deeply personal. And this Three of Swords, Eight of Wands. Here is the Vice Fox, but really it's Death, the Death card. Three of Cups reversed, and Lord of Cups reversed, so King of Cups. Now, either it is that there was a moment of great heartache in your life. Maybe this is because of your spiritual path. Spiritually, something changed you. evolved, you became someone else, you left a way of life behind, you awakened and left someone something behind. And maybe eight of wands, you traveled. You had a new beginning where you physically traveled away. And the death card, maybe you lost something. Maybe there was a big loss in your life. Either a divorce, you lost a parent, a person, a partner, a job, a house, everything you owned, everything you had. There was a massive loss, and for your healing, you might have had to just move away. And by moving away, the King of Cups and Three of Cups reversed, synchronicity or fate or the connection or something could not come together. You were left disappointed, even spiritually speaking, because a part of what you have needed back then, spiritually, emotionally, even mystically, magically, in your life back then, when this happened 8 years ago, or I don't know, 2020, 2021, I don't know, 20, whenever this happened, the loss occurred, you so much would have needed an emotional support or something, this, the completion of this at least, but you moved away, so it's pending. And somehow the rest of the cards might be telling me that that completes finally, either before the eclipse or straight after the eclipse. Because look, we have High Priest, so it's very important. It's very the core of your faith and belief. Nine of Wands, something that you fought for with all your might, something that you were willing to sacrifice yourself for. Ace of Wands, something that you invested all your will into. So that completed. So because you're okay now. So you're after this moment of great loss. All the karma, everything was completed. Maybe you're healed already, or so you think. But something is gonna be given to you. Six of Pentacles, Four of Cups, so fate completes herself. And the Sorcerer reversed, so the Devil reversed, freedom. Something manifests without a shadow of doubt. But maybe for some of you guys, you compared your situation back then when you were coping with the loss or whatever this hardship was, to a fairy tale character. I repeat, fairy tale, not cartoon, fantasy, anime, and all the modern BS. It has to be fairy tale. So not Disney. No, 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 no. Fairy tale. The real fairy tale. So what happens? What happens in the fairy tale? Not Disney, I repeat. In the fairy tale with that character who you compared yourself to. How is that character helped, saved, resolved somehow? Because that completes. So I'm going to use for you guys as well this astral tarot, which is not tarot. Let's see if we can get a clarifier. So something, a principle, a spiritual path, a way of living and embodying your spirituality that was very, very important and still is in your life. And for that you endured any loss, anything. You built yourself back, and you're the warrior, the spirit. You are a fighter of the spirit with philosophy, with words, with your intelligence, with the service that you offer. You are all magic, but you truly stood your place. You've done something admirable. Sorry about that. So Capricorn. Oh, how how weird is this? Just Capricorn and Aquarius. What does that even mean? Yeah, the present and the future. Whatever you worked for reaches you in the present and will be part of your future. So, needless to say, the work, hopes, and dreams it will complete. Something complete. This also, it will be part of your future. You haven't suffered, fought, worked, believed, sacrificed in vain. It was tough, ultimately. Amplify your positive emotions. You better start believing. Contemplation. Exactly. The fairy tale, the contemplative part. Assurance. Yeah, assurance. Start believing in yourself because something is coming. You might know what it is, but you might not. Because you might be living in the illusion that that's it, this is it, I'm okay now, I'm over the loss, I somehow survived, I picked myself up, my life is far from good, but I'm breathe, I'm okay with this. And you think that this is it. That slowly, surely you get better and better and better. But yeah, of course, but something is still coming. Either that you already lost hope of, abandoned hope of in that sense, or that you don't even suspect that there is still completion to be had in your life. So thank you everyone. I hope this helped, and you know, wishing everyone a blessed eclipse. Until next time, bye for now.